It's almost
Here
there,
we
guys. I'm
go.
watching.
Oh,
Let's go, let's go. I'm ready. I'm caffeinated. Let's do this. 30 more seconds and then it is go time, which is good because in the 2 minutes YouTube's been taking their time, we had like 10 more people join.
yay.
Cool. We're live. Let's do this. Let's get started here, guys. My name's Becca. We're here. We're back doing webinars again after a few months summer hiatus. Super excited. But let's get started. Yeah. This is a smart way to scale. If you are new here, we'd love it if you added us on LinkedIn. Our links are in the chat. Please throw your links in the chat too. I will 100% go add you after this call. Let's be internet friends. DM us on all things, anything, whatever you would like. We're always down to chat and make some new friends. But yeah, let's also like introduce yourself in the chat. I'm going to introduce us in about a millisecond here, but I'd love to know where you're joining us from. I'd love to know what you do for a living. Get to know you guys and whatnot. But yeah, let's get into this. If you go one more forward, please, Ben. Fabulous. Thank you. My name is Becca. I am based in a very tiny little town in rural Western Canada. I am here today with Ben, who is based out of the United States, and Kate, who is based out of the UK. So we're literally all across the globe right now for this call, which is super fun. Super excited to be back doing webinars with you. Now, let's get into a little bit of housekeeping stuff, and then we can jump into the good stuff. So this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to start with how to automate scheduling to make your life easier, automate payments to make your life easier, automate your reminders so you're not chasing your clients, getting them to show up for meetings, how to customize everything to your brand because we all get so many spam messages and weird stuff on the internet these days. So customizing and how that can impact your show up, like how it can impact everything. Automating your systems to reduce your admin work. And then finally, you guys are going to be the very first to hear about some brand new features that we're dropping in the next few weeks here. But while we're doing this as well, I'm sure you saw it in the promo, but everybody here today, we are giving away 30 days free of You Can Book Me Professional. That is our all our professional tools that we're going to be talking about today, completely free. Of course, we have You Can Book Me at a free level that's always available. But if you are new to You Can Book Me, if you're already on a free trial with You Can Book Me, if you haven't got You Can Book Me Professional yet, we're going to give it to you guys for 30 days free because it's awesome. And we never give away this big time chunk for free. So I'm really pumped and we'll sort that all out at the end of today's call. And finally, I think this is my last housekeeping thing, but if you look at the bottom of your Zoom in the center there, you're going to see a little Q&A button. Please use that if you have questions for your hosts, specifically because the chat gets busy. It's already getting lots of messages and we're talking. So the questions you guys ask might get lost in the chat. So please pop it in that Q&A and then it'll come directly to us hosts and we can answer those questions for you. And without further ado, let's get started, guys.
Okay, so thank you, Becca. If you are using You Can Book Me now, you already know how much a time saver it can make for you in terms of just eliminating the back and forth, all the emails, all the phone calls, just people can go directly into your calendar. So in this section, we're going to talk about a couple of other ways that you can do to make your scheduling even more efficient. So a pretty big one is just being able to link multiple calendars. So you're never double booked. So you could be free in your work calendar, but what about your personal calendar? Maybe your child's starting school, or maybe there's a weekend you're going to be away with family and friends for a long weekend. So you don't need to transfer all of that stuff into your work calendar to make sure that you're not going to get booked at those days. You can make You Can Book Me do the work. So you could just connect You Can Book Me to all of your calendars, any ones you've got. And if you're busy in one of them, you will not show up as available at all in You Can Book Me. So on the individual plan, you can link to 2 different calendars. And on the professional plan, that goes up to 6. So knock yourself out, sports calendars, home calendars, personal calendars, everything, you'll be covered. Next slide. Another great option for streamlining your schedule is just using multiple booking pages. So a different booking page for different scenarios. So for example, if you work out of different locations or if you are attending a conference just for a few days and you just want to be able to meet people during that time, all you need is you just grab the correct link and you send it to the right people and there's no confusion there. Another really good thing here is introductory calls. So a lot of us do free introductory calls. That's how you get some new customers, but you don't really want free calls to be taking up all your whole week schedule. You want to get some paying calls in there too. So having a separate booking page allows you to really limit maybe the days of the week that you can take those calls, or maybe the number of calls in a day of that type that you can get. So it's really, really simple to do all of that. And YouCanBookMe, again, does all the work for you. It just keeps your calendar completely optimized. And the great news is you can put all of those different booking pages all linking to the same calendar. And we have this fantastic feature called Calendar Managed Availability, which will organize all of that for you. And Ben is going to do a quick demo of how that works right now.
Awesome. Thanks, Kate. So I'm going to jump into my account and show you exactly how this will work. So with calendar managed availability, we're basically looking on your calendar for events of a specific title that are marked as free. So as Kate was mentioning, this would allow you to pinpoint exactly when you want to be available for these types of calls. So as an example here, I have this office hours title. Then if I jump over to my calendar, we can see that I have this office hours event set up right now at 10 a.m. But if I simply move this to tomorrow at, let's say tomorrow at 9, and I go to my live booking page, that's going to be the only time available here. So if I refresh this, we're going to see this time adjust in real time to that kind of available or that block that I've set up. If all goes according to plan. So we see that time there for 9 a.m. So what this allows is you on your calendar, on your Google or Microsoft calendar that you use every day, you can adjust and move these events around. So if I jump to like next week as an example, we have it here on Friday, but I want to move it over to Wednesday. So just like that, I can adjust this one free event. And if I jump forward to the next day and I refresh this, we should see that time adjust in real time. So if any busy events come on top of that, they'll be blocked. So this is just a great way for you to pinpoint your availability per each booking page potentially as an example. So it gives you full control over customizing all of that.
That's right. Thank you, Ben. And what's really important to drive home there is that every single booking page would have a different phrase like office hours or free demo calls or whatever it might be. They can all be in the same calendar because YouCanBookMe will just be looking for the correct phrase for the correct booking page. All the others will be ignored and you'll only be shown at the times that you want to be shown. Super powerful feature, really fun once you get your head around it. Definitely give it a try if that's going to work. So another thing we can do here, instead of using multiple booking pages, is to use the appointment types feature. And this is brilliant if your different types of appointments are different lengths or different prices. So you can list them all on the same link. So your customer just goes to one place and they decide which they want to use. Another great bonus for this, of course, is that if you know what they want to talk about or what kind of meeting they want, then you're ultra prepared before they even walk in the door. So you can have complete preparation. Everything's ready that you need. On this slide, you can see too that you can combine your services. So maybe you have two that are, two 30-minute appointments each or two $25 appointments each. And so YouCanBookMe will add up the time and the price and only show the times that are available that will accommodate both of those meetings, and will add up the price so that they pay for everything all at once. So again, YouCanBookMe does all the work for you. And just here's another quick example of a page where you can see different appointment types with no price and with different durations. So it's just another example of what we're looking at. And the other thing is, if you've got lots of different kinds of appointments, you can group them. So here on the left, you can see them all kind of condensed into just the various, the groups, the themes, as it were. And then on the right, you can see that one theme expanded out to all the different appointment types offered under that option. So huge amounts of things to do, really nice and easy for your clients to be able to come to it, not be overwhelmed by the choice, and open the ones that they want. Ben, over to you for payments.
Awesome. Thanks, Kate. So what's the old saying with business? Sales cures all. So all successful businesses have one thing in common, increased sales. So let's get you paid for your time using YouCanBookMe. So I'll run through a really high level just on how you can automate payments. So one big benefit of setting up payments on your booking page is to drastically reduce your no-shows. So your bookers and your customers are essentially bought into meeting with you, so you're less likely to get ghosted. And we'll talk about notifications and the importance of those a bit later on, but getting that payment up front will definitely reduce your no-show rate. So setting up Stripe with YouCanBookMe. Somebody asked in the chat if we integrate with Zelle, but right now our payment gateway is through Stripe, and it's a snap to get connected. Click a button to authorize or run through and set up a quick account, and then you can configure your booking pages and set up payments for that, so your bookers can pay before they book with you. And you can set up full deposits and adjust for any add-ons, anything like that that we'll talk about, and even have some options for like receipts and promotion codes and everything like that. So how it works is pretty straightforward. Like I said, you integrate your Stripe account, and then you can set it up how you need it to work on each individual booking page. So as Kate was mentioning with appointment types, you can set up different prices. You can allow the system to have zero price options as like add-ons or free introductory services like Kate was mentioning before. All of this information lives inside of Stripe. So we're not storing anything on our side. So it's super secure. Everything is handled there. And you also have the ability to set up promo codes. So you can give your recurring customers a benefit with booking with you, or have a one-time kind of option that folks can use with the promo codes. So it's all done through our Stripe integration. The also great thing is that your clients can kind of pay with the payment method that they use most often. So if they're on a mobile device that is equipped with Google Pay or Apple Pay, they'll see that option presented to them on the go right there that they use and they're familiar with all the time. Of course, you know, debit cards, credit cards are also accepted, and there's some regional options too, depending on where in the world they're accessing. So that's all through that Stripe integration, which makes it a breeze. So you may have spotted that it's like not all of the appointment types had a duration or a price. So you can adjust it how you would like to offer things. So you can just set up the add-ons like we were talking about of if it's not going to cost you any more time, or offering it for free, right? And we add up all of the duration, the price, everything automatically. So your bookers don't have to worry about it. They can just click all the services that they would like. So, and as an example, it's like you could have an add-on for like aromatherapy, right? It doesn't cost you any more time, but it would add $25 to that service or to that kind of booking when folks come in. Whereas adding like a facial would add additional time. So you can set it up and customize it however you want to offer, you know, the most services and having all of the payments kind of captured and collected automatically with those durations in mind. And the zero add-ons are great too. Like those are for like those introductory calls that we were saying, zero price for like a 10, 15-minute call, something like that, all through the same booking page if you wanted to. Or as Kate mentioned, you could always break that out into a separate booking page. So now Kate's going to talk about the real power, like what happens after the booking with our notifications workflow.
Thank you, Ben. So yeah, automating your notifications is a huge time saver and a great way to just get YouCanBookMe to do the heavy lifting for you. So reminder emails and SMS are especially high impact. If we look at, you know, the amount of time people spend chasing people, or if somebody doesn't show up, or the time you've spent preparing for that meeting, or the money you've lost, frankly, because the person didn't show up and there could be somebody else wanting to take that spot. So we know from our data that sending reminders can reduce no-shows by up to 25%. So they're definitely something you want to be able to be using. And in your settings, you can automatically send fully customized emails at every stage of the booking. So if you look at this example, in those little curly brackets, they're called shorthand codes, and they are incredibly powerful for giving the customer exactly the kind of information they need about the booking. You can give back the information that they've talked about in the questions you've asked in the booking form can be used back in here. So it's really, really personalized and customized for them. And as you can tell from the language there, you don't have to have stuffy kind of formal emails. You can let your personality shine right through on that. And so there are 6 different times that you can automatically send them. So when they make a booking, just drop them an email to say, yep, we got your booking. We'll see you then. If they reschedule or cancel, you can just reach out and say, thank you for letting me know. That's great. We'll see you when you come. Before the booking, somebody's asking about number of reminders. You can have as many reminders as you want at any stage, set 1 day before, 1 hour before, whatever you want in terms of getting those reminders in there, just so they don't forget to show up. And then really powerfully, when the appointment is over, you can automate follow-up messages. So you can send these for up to a year after the appointment has happened. So you can teach and to keep in touch by sending through case studies, perhaps, or some other kind of like thought leadership that you're using, or invite them to schedule another appointment in 6 months' time or a year's time, whatever you want to do. This, again, you don't need to follow up manually with your customers. YouCanBookMe can do that for you. It'll all be sent without you lifting a finger at all. And everything sounds exactly like you. I mean, Becca has just knocked herself out with this slide. I love this one from Dory, this email. And if you haven't read it, please take a moment. It's hilarious. Just keep swimming, Becca. So it's brilliant. Okay, but speaking of SMS, super excited about this new feature that we've released recently. It's called enhanced messaging. You get your own dedicated phone line to send those messages from. And so therefore, it appears every time from you. Your clients and customers can trust that that message is from you. Right now, that is only available for businesses in the US and Canada, but have a look at that. And then another thing that is coming soon that we're super excited about is our WhatsApp integration. Hopefully to be able to send all of your dedicated, all of your scheduled automation emails through and SMS through WhatsApp. Okay, so along with personalizing your messages, you may as well customize your whole booking experience, right? Because for some people, scheduling with you will be the first time they interact with your business at all. So you want to make sure that your style and your brand really, really shines through. So here are some examples of how real You Can Book Me customers have done just that. And they're really beautiful. They definitely stand out from the crowd. And you never have to settle for a default look or a default language like you get with some other scheduling tools. You just create an experience that is 100% you. And all of these things, the background images and the colors and the footer, all of that's available on our individual plan. And you don't have to spend loads of time on it. Going from the kind of average okay option on the left to the much nicer option on the right takes less than 10 minutes. And I know this for a fact because Becca did it live in a webinar not that long ago, and she came in under 10 minutes and it was beautiful, and you can do it too, no problem. And so the other part of customizing on this experience is more than aesthetics. It actually really, really helps you is the booking form. So the default booking form you can see here, if you create a booking page, you'll automatically be asked first name, last name, and email address. But you can ask so much more. We hear time and time again from customers that we speak to that by asking questions on the booking form, it just helps them be so much better prepared for their meetings. And the better prepared you are, the more impactful you can be. So you know what paperwork to show up with, you know what to have read before the meeting because you've gathered all the information you need. So on the next slide, we've just got a little example, a funny one about ducks, but literally you can ask multiple choice questions, drop downs. You can ask questions that are conditional. So if they answer a certain way, you ask another question, but if they don't answer that way, that question isn't seen. You can ask questions that block people from if they haven't answered it correctly, if they haven't maybe done a previous step, you can say, sorry, this isn't the place to make the booking, you make it over here. So you can be, again, hugely automated, stop people making bookings that they're not that they're not ready to make or that you're not ready to see them on, and be fully prepared for every single one of those meetings. Ben?
Awesome. Thanks, Kate. So that's kind of handling everything before the booking. But what happens, with the notifications, what else can you do? How can you take this to 11? So I'm going to walk through some high level kind of automation options. And when we think about automating, really, it is this, the sky is the limit on what you can automate after a booking is made. So if you think about your workflow and map things out, you can determine where you're spending a lot of manual time and ask yourself if there's any way to automate that. So as an example, some of our most popular integrations are after a booking is made, somebody wants to update a Google Sheet or add contacts to an email service provider like ActiveCampaign or MailChimp, or send information through to Slack. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of just getting the booking data into these other systems. And to do that, you could leverage our amazing integration with Zapier. So Zapier makes you happier, right? You can connect YouCanBookMe to over 7,000 different apps to extend automations to so many tools. And the benefit of Zapier also, you can automate other parts of your business too to reduce more admin costs for you and your business. So you could focus on, meeting with your customers and increasing revenue. So just to take a really quick look at some of the integrations that are offered through Zapier are things like CRMs with Airtable or Close, or the email service providers, or with Trello to document work, all of these things, or Notion to create documents based off of calls that you're having. Even further, it's like into any CRM that you're using, into customer support platforms, into Asana to manage things, into Gmail to follow up. Like, there is no limit to what you can do. And we've had a webinar previously to kind of go more in depth into that. And again, if you're interested in anything automation related, API related, anything like that, feel free to hit me up on LinkedIn. I'd love to chat with you about it. One other quick thing you can do that is free is our Chrome extension. You can install that into your browser, and it's just another tool to help you save time. So we added the link to the chat there. So if you do not have the Chrome extension, I definitely recommend to download it and get it installed, Your links are going to be at your fingertips. You can favorite your links. So if you're on LinkedIn, Instagram, well, maybe not Instagram, but if you're on LinkedIn, like Facebook or anywhere browsing or in your email, you can send your links quite quickly to your prospects or to your customers, even adding suggested times to emails. And I use the Chrome extension every single day to send out links, one-time booking links to customers, to meet with them, to learn about their experience using the tool. And once you start using it, you'll just love it because you also see your upcoming bookings there too, and can manage things like marking them as no-show. Again, all designed to save you time. One other big option is our direct integration. So right now we have a direct integration with HubSpot where we will create or add or create or update contacts automatically and then update existing records and kind of have that be all automatic and all set up. And even if you're marking it as no show or canceled, that information will go through to HubSpot. And any notes that you're adding into the bookings dashboard also will go into HubSpot all automatically. So again, not having to duplicate your efforts. It's all about saving you time and getting all of these pieces connected. And coming soon, we will have a direct integration with Salesforce. We're just running through some verification steps with them to get our app up and running on the Salesforce side. The other bit that we've released recently, probably like a month or a few months ago, are recurring exports. So if you're not really at that point yet to have fully automated things to connect things automagically, as they say, you can set up a recurring export to be sent out to you or anybody else on your team with the booking page information and booking data, right? So you can get that on a recurring basis. So then you could take that and put it into a spreadsheet tool or business intelligence tool to kind of analyze it and dig deeper into it. So this is the kind of the first step into that automation world of just having that recurring export come. That also is great if you're doing anything on site or in person or in real life, as they say. You could have a way to check people in based off of who's booked, right? You could have that list ready to go. So the recurring exports are really handy to have, and it just saves you a bit of time to not have to log in. It's just sent to you automatically. So with that, now we're going to dig into some juicy stuff on what's coming.
I'm so pumped about this, guys. Oh my goodness. Let's get into some teasers of some stuff that we haven't announced anywhere else. But first, I've already had a couple people DMing me. I've had a couple people in the chat, but I'm gonna pop up a poll right now. There it is. Private, you guys, I don't see who nobody else is gonna see that you submitted it, but I would love to hear what are some features you would love to see from us, because at the end of the day, we're building this tool for you guys to use. So please let us know in that poll if it has popped up for you, what features you'd love to see. Is anybody seeing it? Can I get like a thumbs up from anybody in the chat? There we go. Cool. I've got answers coming in. Awesome. I'll give you guys a sec to respond there. I was listening to Schitt's Creek when I was making this slide. If you can't
Great
tell,
show.
we love a little bit of Alexis.
What does she always say? David, David.
My God, David. All right, I'll give you guys like 30 more seconds here, and then we will continue on. Cool. Got a whole bunch of ideas coming in. Fabulous, fabulous. Kate. Oh, wow. They're really pouring in. I'm just going to leave it live for another few seconds here while I talk about this next thing. Polling for availability. Holy man. This is brand new. This is coming out right away. Ben's about to preview a little bit of it for us. But guys, oh my goodness, I'm pumped about this. We've all had those issues. I'm just going to give a personal anecdote. You're trying to get together and have like wine with your friends when you've got like 3, 4 people's different schedules. It is like a 10-mile group chat, just trying to make a girls' night happen. My goodness. But with our polls, you can kill that out of your life and just set up a poll where people can vote what days and times work for them. And the polling system will do the rest for you. I'm so excited for this for group meetings, guys. Oh my gosh. When this exists, this is going to make rehearsing for webinars so much easier. Oh my gosh.
Hillary, you've mentioned that you heard that in the Q&A, so that's answered your question there. You were asking about a polling thing. So Hillary, there's your answer.
And to add to, we are very close to getting this into people's hands. So we're looking at maybe a couple of weeks more for us to test and tweak some things, make sure everything's working end to end. But we are excited to get this into your hands so then you can, like Becca said, wrangle the chaos, right? That's what all of this is designed to do.
Absolutely. So this the other thing that's brand new. This just dropped a few days ago. This is my baby that I'm working on. I'm so pumped about this because this was being asked for as well. We just dropped a referral program because we've had customers send us their friends, and that's incredibly cool of them. And we should be saying thank you, and we should be compensating them for that. And we're going to be doing that moving forward. So starting like 2 weeks ago, if you log into your YouCanBookMe, click your little menu in the top right-hand corner, there's a refer and earn button. You can get your own unique referral code. When you send that to your friends, if they sign up for any level of YouCanBookMe, they get 10% off their first transaction with YouCanBookMe as a thank you. And because they came from you, like, if you're going to send your friends to our tool, we better give your friends a discount, So they get 10% off their first transaction. And if they sign up for a 1 year or a 2 year program, either one of our paid plans, we're actually going to give a $10 credit to your guys' account so that you guys get a kickback. So that's going to be applied directly to your guys' subscriptions with us. Super duper pumped about this. And yes, this is stackable. So if you send it to 10 friends, are we going to send 10 $10 credits to your file? Absolutely. So yeah, really, really, really pumped about this. This is brand new. I'm going to throw a link to the details in the chat. But for real, this one's my baby. So if you have any questions, just respond to my email that I'm going to be sending everybody after this call with the recording and everything else. And if you have any questions about the referral program, I'm your girl. Let's talk about the giveaway quick because we're almost done. We have 2 minutes of time left and we're good. 30 days free trial of YouCanBookMe for those of you who don't have YouCanBookMe Professional already. It doesn't matter if you've already had a free trial with us. We're going to give it to you guys again. So for everybody who's on this call and is still on this call, if you're watching this 3 days later on YouTube, I'm sorry. But we're going to be setting it up so that you have the entire month of September free for all the YouCanBookMe Pro features, which we talked about a lot of those features today. And there's so many more we didn't even get to. So that's going to take us a day to set up because there was a lot of you on this call. There's over 70 of you at the busiest bit. So give us a day. We're going to set this up. And then for the month of September, 30 days free trial of YouCanBookMe Professional for everybody who doesn't already have a YouCanBookMe Professional account. Super excited about that. If the email you use to come into Zoom today is not your YouCanBookMe account email, if the email you use today is not the one you want us to send that free trial to, please, please, please respond to my email, DM us, whatever you need to do. We can send it to a different email. That's fine. I just need to know. So just respond to my follow-up email. I'm going to send out to you guys in the next day or so here and let me know, hey, I want that free trial on this email instead of this email. I can swap that out for you, no problem. Just let me know. It's all good. And with that, we have covered everything. However, we do have a few Q&A questions that we purposely saved to the end because they were great questions. So if you guys want to stick around for a few more minutes, we're going to answer those live. If you've got to bounce because we're out of time, we're going to be posting the answers to this on YouTube anyways. So let's get into it. My first question is from Tom. Tom asks if we can include our own external links. And this was when he posted this, I believe, when we were speaking about sending email and SMS notifications to your customers. Can you include external links such as an online waiver, a Google map? That's a good idea. Link in the automated notifications. Absolutely. Linking your terms and conditions page from your website, also a great idea. Linking your cancellation policy, also a great idea. You can link whatever the heck you want. I really like that Google Maps link idea. That's really smart. Tom, I love that. You can absolutely do all of those things. So add all your external links. They're there to make your customers' life easier.
And real quick with the Google Maps, if your location is a street address and you're using Google Calendar, it already will be a Google Maps link at that location. So it already will be clickable into the calendar event, or at least it should.
And another quick point on those, any kind of policies or anything that you're trying to link to a waiver policy, you can actually put that on the booking form in a little modal so that people can approve it at the time of the booking. So that, you will know that they've seen it and checked it and approved it before they've even made the booking.
Absolutely. The next question, I'm jumping to the last question on the list here first, and then we'll bounce back up. Will this call be recorded? Absolutely. It's actually being live streamed to and posted to YouTube as we're speaking. So it's already technically posted. So yes, and I will be emailing out a copy of this to everybody who signed up as well. But yeah, it's already on YouTube. So for the person who's asking, go for it. I'll send you the link in a little bit. And then finally, we have a question from Kathleen. Do the clients pay right away when they book, or can the payment go through later, such as right before the meeting or during the meeting? So the payment is taken when they book. The reason it's set up that way is because we want people to respect your time. I want people to pay right away so that they show up. Taking payments up front increases your show up rate by, it was one of Kate's slides. I believe she said it was 55%. Like that's a big deal. Like I know if I spend money on something, heck, even my gym membership, if I'm spending money, I gotta go because I'm guilt tripping myself with my own wallet. So it's pay when you book to make sure that they do show up for you and respect your time, which is, I mean, a 55% improved show up rate's a big deal, guys. So yeah, it's right at the beginning when they book with you.
And also we aren't storing any credit card information, so it's all passed over through Stripe right away. So one option you could do is just require a deposit, and then you can invoice folks later or charge them later through Stripe if you wanted to do that.
That is all of the questions that we have. Oh, we just had one more sneak in here about the referral program. Absolutely, Denise. I'm going to send you details on that referral program. I'll email everybody here with the link to that referral program so that it's right in your inbox for everybody. So that if anybody has questions, I'll just email it to everyone in that follow-up email. Then it's easy for everyone. But like I said, just respond to that email if you have referral program questions. That one has been a project on my plate in the last couple weeks, and I'm happy to help.
And I
sorry, go ahead,
noticed in the chat somebody had a question about like having the bookers confirm that they're going to be showing up. So that is something that Kate and I were talking about just yesterday, I believe, and we'll be exploring that and scoping that out to including that as a feature. So then your reminder email can say, "Hey, just as a reminder, this is happening tomorrow. Are you still able to make it? Yes or no?" And then that also will, allow you to safeguard your time. So then you're not showing up for or getting prepared for a meeting that may not happen, right?
That is all of our questions, guys. Thank you so incredibly much for joining us today. As always, respond to that email if you have any other questions. We're here to help, and everything will be sent to you, the slide deck, the video, the link to the referral program, the link to our Google Chrome extension, all the good stuff. I'm going to email it to you guys the next day or so. Give me a minute to edit this video and put a little polish on it, and then I'll send it out with everything. And in the meanwhile, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks,
you,
everybody.